Talking about agencies and investigations, page 7 of the Standard, we have Senator Gideon Moi also saying that investigative agencies need time to work. And this could also be possibly in the backdrop of the committee that was set up to probe the sugar menace that we have had, but of course was basically disregarded as having done a shoddy job, as not having done enough. But again, agencies that are investigating and doing some of the work, or for instance, EACC, we don't seem to have much coming from that end. Could it be that possibly they don't have the powers that they need? Michael Agwanda, your thoughts?
You know, I watched the interviews at the Parliamentary Committee of Trade. And I can tell you, at that particular time, I was in another station, and I said, this is a joke. Because the chairman of the committee was not allowing members to ask tangible questions, and neither were they demanding answers from RAI, specifically on the questions that were raised. And that, to me, was a question mark. I said, this is a joke. I was actually vindicated when this preliminary report, in fact, they call it progressive report, taken to Parliament, and Parliament trashed it as a waste of time. And I think it was a waste of time. First of all, the character of these individuals having photos and a nice time with Rai, a gentleman that they were investigating, I believe even the Speaker of the House made a comment and said, look, this is a serious matter. You can't dine with an individual that you are actually investigating against an proportionate amount of infliction, if it was at all, in our sugar that has been, in every part of this country, and you still have nice time with him. How would you want to get result from this person? The allegations that these people are already compromised, and therefore there will be no better report we can ever get. So sometimes parliamentary committees, as much as the country is looking forward to a good job done by them, they fail the society. And I think in this case, they've definitely failed the society. I will also accept, go along with what Senator Moi is saying. I really think the DCI is perhaps having a lot of cases now that they might be quite overstretched. And perhaps this is the time you say, do you need more investigators? Can we hire even some private investigators to help the DCI? Because some of these people, some of these investigators might not be as qualified as people you'll find in the private market that might come over and bring a lot of weight in terms of private investigation. So perhaps the government need to open this investigation department to other private individuals and companies that can help them, scrutinize these cases with the speed that is served. Remember that if these cases takes too long, again, we will end nowhere. In fact, they will fizzle out and just die like many, many other cases like Goldenberg, and then nobody will ever know what really transpired. The Speaker of the House asked one question: is the sugar that is in this country fit for consumption? And these guys were not able to answer that question. And so if you're just going around, who imported sugar and who didn't import, who sold it and who didn't sell it, who stored it and who didn't store it, and you're not telling us, is the sugar that is being distributed and already in our shelf safe for human consumption?